This short video introduces a new Blowfly Emergence forecast, now launched on the SCOPS website. In this video, we will explain how it has been developed, how to use it in practice, and why reporting cases of fly strike is so important in helping us validate the forecast. The data analysis and programming behind this new forecast has been carried out by the team at Queen's University in Belfast, and it's using the same highly validated temperature data set that underpins the nematodirus forecast, which is also on the SCOPS website. One of the key reasons that this forecast is needed is the increase in variability that we are seeing in the weather and the knock-on effect that this has on blowfly emergence and subsequent strike. When you compare recent seasons, for example, the timing of the red risk zones here in 2021 versus 2025, the difference is striking. If we also look at the comparison between different regions, weather stations from the southwest region compared to Orkney and Shetland Islands. Granted, they are varying examples of the length of the country, but just to highlight the impact of weather in those different regions. And just like the nematodirus map, we've kept the familiar traffic light colour system, but there's one key difference here, and that is once the blowfly risk reaches red, it stays red and will remain like that for the rest of the season, unlike nematodirus where the risk reduces back down again. Here is the SCOPS website, where you click on the forecasts tab and the blowfly emergence will appear here right next to the previous nematodirus forecast. You click onto the screen. These are the dots across the map, and we'll just talk through the various colours. You zoom into the farm that is either nearest to you or potentially not as close but is similar in altitude to your farm. You could use more than one site as well. In this example, we are going to click on a grey dot. And as you'll see here, this is a low. Adult fly emergence is unlikely at this stage. We click onto a yellow, which is watch, possible fly emergence, keep an eye on surveillance on farm. Then we move to an orange colour, which is an alert. So this is potentially high risk. Now the emergence could then appear in days or weeks, and that is dependent on the temperature. So we should revisit that just to see how quickly that accelerates. Then the final risk colour we have is red. So we click on there, that is emergence. Adult flies are now emerging and sheep are potentially at risk. This is where you should consider applying a preventative treatment if you haven't already done so. It's important to stress that this forecast predicts emergence and not the presence of strike itself. And there are several factors that will influence how quickly emergence of flies turns into actual strike on farm. A few of these examples would be the local fly population pressure, fleece length and any soiling on the fleece or the back end of the animal. Humidity and rainfall are also factors to consider. Grazing conditions such as sheltered fields or a windy hilltop, because sheltered and warm areas will allow flies to remain active for longer, which increases the strike risk. Existing strike on neighbouring farms is also a consideration, and wounds or any bad feet that would attract flies as well. So to help us validate and fine-tune this forecast, as it's the first time we are launching it, what we would really like farmers, SQPs and vets to do is report any cases of strike, whether that is eggs or maggots. And we will use this report solely to validate the accuracy of the forecast. Now, Elanco already have an established strike reporting system, so we didn't see the point of reinventing that and creating another one. A link to the report cases is shown on screen now. You will also find a link on the SCOPS website. We hope you find the forecast useful. Thank you.